So as a reviewer, it's pretty much normal, or you have to be quite critical and look at negatives when it comes down to an item that you review, a camera that you review, a gaming device, I don't know, whatever it might be. It is basically crucial to look at the negatives, to look at the flaws, at the trade-offs, and help anyone that is interested in the device, the item that you review, to evaluate if those negatives actually apply to that person's use case. But I feel like nowadays in society, if you are, let's say, a normal person, not a normal person, a person that is not necessarily doing reviews or is only trying to look at something for their own benefit, those in this society, we tend to look at negatives way too hard and remember only the negatives. I will give you a few examples, and maybe you either see that in yourself or you know other people who are like that. So you talk to a neighbor and you talk about the weather, and it's summer, it's warm outside, and that person starts, oh, it's way too hot. It's really too hot. I can't handle it. It's terrible. I really don't like it. 2 weeks back, everything was raining. Oh, it rains all of the time. I hate it. It's terrible. I really don't like rain. Or someone's coming back from vacation. Usually they don't tell you, or at least the people that I meet for some weird reason, instead of saying, oh, vacation was great, and they say that, but usually they also say something along the lines, yeah, but terrible was the flight was terrible. Oh, the food at the hotel was terrible. Oh, it was too hot. Everything was a little bit dirty, or whatever it might be. There's always at least one thing that they need to complain about and that they consider negative, or they tell you about something, and instead of kind of remembering the positive stuff, they only remember the negatives. Or when it comes down to something that you bought, a little gaming device, completely neglecting what amazing feature or technological advance it is. Either this day gaming, it's just something that I had here. People tend to, yeah, but it has a small screen. Oh, it only has powerful retro games, or I have a phone. It's the Fold 5, but it's so many generations behind, and the battery isn't that great anymore, and stuff like that. And people, for some reason, like to complain, like to focus on the negative stuff. And it's a shame, because you really taint your experience of either the device you have. As I said, this is the Fold 5. I love this phone. It's still totally capable. Does it have flaws? Yes. But can I acknowledge that this is still an amazing device? Yes. This is an Anbernic RG35XX Plus. Is it as powerful as a PC or a console? No. Is it much more powerful than the Game Boy that I grew up with? Hell yes. And it's amazing that I can carry this around at a very budget-friendly price. I love this. Or I know people, for example, I talked to my neighbor last afternoon, yesterday. I forgot my words, sorry about that. So yesterday we talked about it, and my neighbor told me about her visiting Bali. And I love Bali, I love Indonesia. And I can acknowledge, for example, when my wife and I went to Jakarta, she was totally overwhelmed by all of the smog, and I get that. But I really enjoy being there, although it's arguably one of the most polluted cities in the world. And my neighbor was like, oh, Bali, oh yeah, it was beautiful, but yeah, there was so much, she was there like 30 years ago. There are still issues, obviously, but back then, even more so, because recycling wasn't a thing. The waste management wasn't that great. And she was like, oh yeah, but there was always like trash, and it was so hot. Again, I get that, but it's a shame that you apparently only remember the negative things. And I'm not singling her out, because I feel like so many people are very focused on the negative things, so much so that those negative things totally overwrite your memories of that really cool vacation, or of your excitement when you bought your phone. And suddenly all of these negative things, although they potentially aren't that negative, because going to a phone again, you see, oh, okay, there's the new generation, so this one must be bad, right? And you get all of those negative things, oh yeah, battery life isn't that great, and totally overwrites everything that was good with that specific item. And I feel like it's such a shame that nowadays so many people focus on that. And going back to the first example, the weather, obviously I get it. It's really hot. We have a dog. Woody is suffering right now because it's so hot. We cannot go outside because the concrete is really hot, and his paws obviously hurt when he walks on them. So if you have a dog, always check the ground with the back of your hand. Go on the ground and see if it's hot. And just think about that. Would you go bare feet on the asphalt, on the concrete? And if your answer is no, why would you think that your dog can handle it? Yes, they have thicker paws and stuff. Still, it's not great for them. So he's not going that much outside. He cannot deal with the heat. So he's suffering with the heat. And I get that. And so many people don't really are good with handling the heat. Yet for 5 months, it's July almost, we have been complaining about rain, wind, and terrible weather. Now it's sunny outside. Yes, it's a little bit hotter than usual. I get that. But still, why can't we just stop complaining about things? And I always kind of say in these videos, yes, everything is kind of shitty at the moment. The economy is shitty, and me working as a freelancer isn't that great either. So there's a lot going on in the world that is kind of weighing us down. And I get that we sometimes need to complain, and I get that sometimes the world isn't sunshine and rainbows. I get that. But if we keep concentrating on negative things, especially on those things that should make us happy, like sunshine, like a vacation, like these awesome gaming devices. I recently had another comment where it was like, yeah, the ROG Xbox Ally, yeah, it has huge bezels. So what? It can play AAA games, maybe not to the quality like your PC, maybe not to the quality like your Xbox X series, but holy shit, that's a small little handheld gaming device with a screen that is big enough to play Witcher 3 on the go. Are we really complaining about the bezel size? I don't get it. It's such a so many people like to complain so much and to totally forget the marvel and the times of that we're living in with the devices. DJI Nano, hold on, let me just see how small this is. 4K, 10-bit, log footage in a small form factor, and yet some people complain about things with this camera. I don't get it. Again, I'm a reviewer. I need to complain so you can decide if that thing is good enough for your use case. I need to do that. But once you buy that stuff, just enjoy it. Once you go on that vacation, try only to memorize the positive stuff. And during your day, try to look at the good things instead of continuously complaining. And don't get me wrong, I get the irony that I'm complaining about other people complaining. I totally get the irony of this video, me complaining about other people complaining. But yeah, I just wanted to get this out because, yes, there are so many things we can complain, but holy crap, there are so many good things that we can enjoy. And I just thought, yes, I really enjoy this weather at the moment. I really am looking forward to my vacation. And I'm so sad to see that people are complaining about their vacation and totally forgetting all of the good things. And maybe we should focus on good things instead of complaining all of the time about things. Again, there are things that you can complain about, but there are so many things that have so many positive aspects. And maybe instead of looking at those negatives, try to think about, okay, what were the positives? And if there aren't any, of course, there are sometimes really shitty situations, shitty vacations. Go ahead, complain. But it feels to me, most of the times, there are so many good things and people opt to talk about it negatively instead of positively. Yeah, that was my vlog about, or video about, complaining. So let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts about this, and maybe check out my last video up here. YouTube thinks they like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here. And by the way, check out Witcher. I just saw a couple of minutes ago, Steam has a sale and you can get Witcher for under $10 or something. So yeah, maybe check out my videos about Witcher on this channel and get Witcher 3 in the Steam sale. Alright, see you in the next video. Thank you very much.